Many pet owners have asked me if they can feed the same ingredients or the same ratios to their cat as they do for their dog, or vice versa. While they can both eat the same animal-based proteins, there are some differences that need to be understood before making their raw meal. Let's go over 3 major differences between the cat's diet and the dog's diet. Number 1. Cats require taurine. Taurine is an amino acid that is found exclusively in animal protein and aids in heart and brain function. Taurine is a nutrient dogs need. However, according to the National Research Council, there is no recommended daily allowance for their diet because their body can synthesize it from animal protein, specifically from the amino acids methionine and cysteine. Cats, however, are not able to do this and need to receive it through their diet. A cat that's deficient in taurine isn't easily recognizable at first, but a prolonged deficiency will cause the cells in the cat's retinas to slowly degrade, which will eventually impair their vision. They can also develop cardiomyopathy as the heart muscles become compromised. So what can you do to meet your cat's taurine requirements? The whole food sources that are high in taurine are hard-working muscle meats like heart, tongue, and game meat. In the 1930s, Dr. Francis Pottinger discovered after feeding his cats a cooked diet that taurine was degraded and lost during the cooking process. So, for a cooked diet, taurine will need to be added back into the diet synthetically. Taurine is also released in the juices after grinding raw meats, so if you're making your own raw grinds, I suggest adding taurine back into the food. Since it's a water-soluble nutrient, meaning excess will just be removed through the urine, there isn't much concern when it comes to overdosing as there's no maximum upper limit noted by the NRC. Number 2, dogs can benefit from vegetables. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they need to receive nutrients from animal sources and don't have much ability to receive nutrients from vegetables. However, dogs are a bit different. While dogs don't require vegetables in their diet, nor are they necessary to balance a raw meal, vegetables do provide some benefits to their meal in small amounts. Dogs have the ability to digest and utilize plant matter, but it does need to be prepared properly for optimal digestion. Since dogs lack the jaw structure and flat teeth that grind plant matter like humans and herbivores, as well as the chambers in the digestive system that help ferment vegetation, it needs to be pureed, steamed, or fermented before feeding. Vegetables provide fiber, which helps bulk the stool, phytonutrients, which can provide antioxidants, as well as trace vitamins and minerals. For instance, vitamin K, which is hard to get from animal sources. Dogs can synthesize vitamin K on their own, but fibrous vegetables can aid in synthesis even further when it's fermenting in the colon. Number 3. Cats require a higher amount of nutrients. Because cats are obligate carnivores, they have a higher need for protein, essential amino acids, fatty acids, and many vitamins. In particular, cats have a very high requirement for most B vitamins, with a few being 2 to 3 times higher than a dog's requirement. Most B vitamins will be found in animal-based foods like muscle meats, organ meats, and eggs. However, if these still don't fully meet their requirement, nutritional yeast can be added as a topper to their meal. Nutritional yeast is deactivated, meaning that the fungi involved in active yeast that tends to cause skin issues are no longer living. Along with B vitamins, it's also high in potassium, phosphorus, and has a complete amino acid profile. Additionally, cats have a higher fat requirement as this is their main source of energy. So don't be afraid to feed the raw fat that's attached to some of the cuts. While an excess of fat isn't good, you do need to add enough to meet their daily requirement. If you're stuck between feeding a raw diet or a cooked diet, maybe this video will help you decide.